From miracle rivers to impossible runouts that left entire tables in disbelief. Sometimes in poker, it feels like certain players simply can't lose. No matter how bad they're behind, no matter how unlikely the odds, the perfect card just keeps coming. These are the luckiest poker players in history, and trust me, some of these runouts were so absurd, even the pros could do nothing but laugh. So let's begin with a hand that looked completely over until the deck delivered a miracle no one saw coming. And it all began when a player with ace-queen faced a player with ace-king.
Like a good ratatouille, it's time to throw a little garlic in this pot.
This is a 3-bet to 260,000. Popov folds the big blind. It's back on Panka.
He's not folding.
He shoves.
Makes sense.
And gets called.
Once again, this is just kind of coolery. Can Dominic deliver another brutal suck out?
Karlik is officially the player at risk. Well, that's a fine and dandy flop for his ace-king. He's set for a double up here. Dominic Panka only has 2 outs. Karlik just has to fade a queen on the river.
Hitting a queen on the river with just a 5% chance to win was already the kind of miracle most players only dream about. A run out so unlikely, it left everyone at the table in complete disbelief. But somehow, the next hand was even more unbelievable. This time, pocket nines were up against pocket kings. A classic cooler that looked destined to end exactly the way you'd expect. But as the board began to run out, the tension in the room grew with every single card. And by the time the river was dealt, nobody could believe what they were seeing.
Lou, now you can work it out.
She folds, Carl Julius folds. Lee Goldman has kings.
Lee short, I assume it's all going in. He hasn't been all that active. Gotta wonder if John will factor this into his decision-making at all when it's back on him.
He does shove for nearly 1.1 million. Folded around to David Bernstein on the button, pocket fives.
Another pair. Bernstein's pretty short as well, but I don't think he can be third in with a pair this low.
Yeah, he mucks. And Ruben Visser's got tens.
OMG. In Ruben's case, he's probably better off letting one of these two guys go broke or nearly broke and just laddering up.
He will give it up. For us, fold to the big blind. It's back on DeBella.
DeBella with the third worst hand we've seen.
This is probably 8. Was that 840? I call.
He makes the call.
DeBella made a hasty call, but ultimately won. The math would usually dictate anyways. However, now he's a 4-1 dog.
And the John DeBella fan club falls silent. Goldman set for a double up. DeBella will be left with 1 million.
Boy, he sure looks nervous about it.
So far, so good. Goldman has the king of spades as backup.
Fives would have flopped and open-ended.
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Jack on the turn.
Goldman smiling now. Just one more card left to fade.
2 outs for DeBella. Goldman set for the double up. But it's
Watching pocket nines spike a miracle river against kings was already hard enough to believe. A hand that looked all but over. Until the very last card changed everything. But the next showdown was just as brutal. This time, pocket fours were up against ace-9, a classic coin flip where everything would come down to the runout. And as the community cards were revealed one by one, the odds shifted with every single card, until one final river card decided who would walk away with it all.
Gal's actually got the best hand, but it's pretty tough to get involved at this point, especially out of position.
he folds. It's back on Vanessa.
Now, Vanessa knows how little credit Kevin's going to be giving her for a hand most of the time. Looks like she's got a pretty good read on this situation.
Liv supporting both her friend Vanessa and boyfriend Kevin.
She's super.
Vanessa re-raises a 4-bet to 79,000.
Against just about any other player, I think this is the point where Kevin would probably ditch this like an ugly date on prom night.
Whoa, he's just 5-bet to 131,000.
Ayah with ace-9 offsuit. Now take what I just said about Kevin and apply it to Vanessa.
How much do you have left?
You know, like this many. This is absolute insanity with these two hands. Did we get the graphics right?
I'm all in.
She 6-bet shoves.
Double Ayah.
Still probably have the best hand.
It's possible you're going to have the best hand against Vanessa, but I just don't know how often she's doing this with a hand that ace-9 is crushing.
Such a sick spot. It's almost enough out there for me to just call it off. And I think I dominate some of your range sometimes. And then crushed if it's just a value.
Well, it's neither of those except for the fact that he's somehow gotten himself into a spot where he's getting almost 4-1.
I just feel like my hand is good here for some reason. Just a bad read. Just take every spot.
How did this happen? If he calls here, this is going to be very, very ugly for someone, namely Liv.
Only done something like this a couple times ever.
I know you've got to consider the source, but this is absolutely insane. He's painted himself into a real corner here.
My plan was to snap as far as this wide as I thought you were going to shove. So I think I have to do it. Title defense. 2 years later, I call.
OMG, he calls.
You have ace-jack?
No,
I have a pair.
I have ace-9.
Correct reaction. You're complicit in this too, Selbsty.
What just happened?
Huh? Just think that's a snap?
Snap fold, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
There's him. Nice call, I guess.
If you're shoving 4s, you're probably shoving ace-5 suiteds and stuff. Can't imagine that you would exclude those from your range if 4s are in there.
He does have a point.
The flop has an ace on it.
Because you're Vanessa Selbst.
McPhee takes the lead. Vanessa needs a 4.
Sick race.
Nice him.
McPhee set to get a huge double up here. And another ace for good measure.
Ace-9 managed to get there when it mattered most. Another unbelievable runout, and another player left wondering how they lost. But the next hand was even more dramatic. This time, Ace-Queen was up against Ace-9. At first glance, it looked like a straightforward showdown. One hand clearly dominated the other. But as every poker player knows, being ahead before the flop guarantees absolutely nothing. And by the time the river card hit the felt, the entire table was left in complete disbelief.
Starts this hand with 2.8 million in chips, which is a bit less than 25 big blinds.
Well, Chuck makes a cautious fold with 2s here.
Don't think Yuri will be folding ace-9 three-handed suited.
No, I don't think so, and particularly with the chip lead. He's going to be trying to push Robert around. Little does he know, he's in terrible shape.
Looks like he's just setting him in here, no messing about. Makes it 2 million. Robert Cherry will call with ace-queen, of course. And he's in a great spot to double up. Things could be changing. It's looked like Zonfleet's tournament. This pot could change that.
It certainly could, and don't forget Chuck's clever fold with deuces. He decided to stay out the way, which could jump him up money spots here.
Could be a very valuable fold. But Robert Cherrill, we're hoping no one goes out this hand, because the only person that can is him. He's the all-in player, but he has way the best hand. Great spot for him. Those are Robert Cherrill's friends and fiancé. And that's a sweat.
Wow.
Where do they find these flops? Zonfleet with the flush draw and a 9 to catch.
Zonfleet is now actually a favourite if you look at the numbers.
How strange. Because of the split pots. Fascinating.
Exactly. Well, now it's back in Chira's favour.
Chera trying to dodge a 9 or a heart or a split pot.
Somehow, Ace-9 managed to pull off another miracle, a hand that looked dominated from the very beginning, but still found a way to win. But the next showdown was even more brutal. This time, Ace-King ran straight into Pocket Kings, a cooler that looked almost impossible to escape. One player appeared to be drawing nearly dead before the flop was even dealt. But as this video has already proven, in poker, even the strongest hands are never guaranteed. And what happened next was almost too crazy to believe.
Opportunity here for him to really make a play. Asadorian with a strong hand as well, ace-king suited.
All in.
And he does indeed move all in.
And he's going to get played with. Asadorian with ace-king suited, also moving all in here. Trying to protect his hand against Steike.
And Steike still to act.
Well, Steike really should consider folding here.
It's very smart of you.
Complimenting Asadorian on his re-raise.
Clearly leaning towards mentioning that he would have called Juanda.
And he does fold, so we have an all-in player, and it is John Juanda.
Well, Juanda way in front, 70%. Pair of kings, the second best hand you can be dealt before the flop. Ace-king suited, a powerful hand as well, but a big underdog here.
Ace jack. Ace jack.
Well, Steike mentioning the fact that he had an ace, so great news for Juanda.
So we now know there are only 2 aces in the deck.
Makes Juanda's hand even more powerful.
All right, if I win this one, it's going to be all over.
Juanda sort of tongue-in-cheek there, saying that if I get this one, it's all over, baby.
And the flop is 8-6-6.
So far, so good for Juanda. He's looking to double up here now with the 2 kings. Just has to worry about an ace or possible backdoor diamonds for Asadorian.
Bring a...
Begging
An
for a
8.
card. How about an 8? That'll work.
You don't want a king?
Not that greedy. I want to leave him with some fighting chance.
I wouldn't leave him with too much of a fighting chance.
I'll bring a diamond, make it interesting.
No, Juanda, you don't want a diamond.
John Juanda's seen all too many scenarios too comfortably.
I can promise you this.
And it's coming.
The rest of the table hoping here for an ace. Not that they don't like Juanda, they'd like to see him go.
The turn is a 5 of clubs.
5 of clubs, no help for Asadorian now, just 1 card.
Ace of spades on the river? Did you have an ace of spades? Ace of spades is good for me.
So Asadorian begging now
Ace
for the
jack
ace
of
of
hearts.
spades.
Okay, ace of spades.
That would eliminate Juanda, of course.
Actually, I apologize from now.
Confident young man.
Tongue-in-cheek, of course. Juanda feeling good right now.
And the river is an ace of spades!
Incredible! What a tough beat there for John Juanda.